Vortex here, and welcome to my review of the KiiBOOM Evoke. These are a 1 dynamic driver, 2 balanced armatures with a typo there. It uses a Knowles armature, I'm not sure what the other one is. And anyway, for this game reviews, I'd like to thank KiiBOOM themselves for sending this unit for me to try out, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And as of right now, I actually have been using these and they're already graphed. And this box is probably way too big for what it should be, but yeah, let's just get into it. Quite a nice design on the packaging, but like you'll see, it's far too big for what's inside. So on the back, the information there, at least that's correct. So it uses liquid crystal polymer DD, which is fine, which you'll see in a bit. 3.5 connector, 2-pin medical grade resin from Europe. Obviously information there. And that's pretty much it. Obviously I will link in the description where it's from. So this is the weird part, is this carry case is like massive. That's my hand. It's like it should really be like half the size. Open it up, and that's it. So really like empty. So obviously there's the plaque. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just really big. So you get tips. Obviously I've been using this small, medium and large. I've put medium on there. And that's it really. So not much to show. So yeah, that case is too big. Half the size is probably perfectly fine. And yeah, so here's a first look. These are nice, quite premium. So the model is on the right hand one. Obviously I'll show you furthermore in the review, but yeah, really nice build. The construction looks familiar. I've seen something like this before. And obviously here's the cable. I'll show you in the next clip. Obviously I've already put a bunch of errors on this. I've already graphed it. So yeah, I'll see you in the future. Yes, welcome to my review section of the KiiBOOM Evoke. And yes, straight into the cable. So seems pretty well built. So 3.5 straight. There's like a screw strain relief. It's a little bit stiff, but it's not too bad. And that's what it looks like on the ends. So they are color coded. So you got red, and you got obviously for right, and the clear one. And you can see the little blue dots for orientation. We already know the orientation anyway. So yeah, it's not too bad at all. So let's have a look at the actual build of these. I've took one tip off so you can see what it looks like. So build quality is very good. The build quality, like I said, looks familiar, like the font. I can't think of it, but they do look familiar, but very good build. Maybe similar to like the Mangird T's or something like that, but obviously 2-pin. These are 1 DD, 2 balanced armatures, like I said before. You can see that one has no writing and this one has KiiBOOM on it. But yeah, it's very good. So comfort and fit I thought was fine. See that it does stick up slightly there, but I didn't really have any issues. At least this part is thinner. Like an issue I had before with the Leisurely Audio L6 is that bit was quite wide. This is the better, so yeah, all good. I find the fit was secure, so I have no issues with anything like that. Isolation I found was actually a lot better than I expected. Not like an RBA set where it seals the outside wall out like a lot, but it wasn't bad at all. And the same for like power and sensitivity. These are actually quite easy to power from what I could try. You don't need any fancy gear, but I did try these on the Topping DX1 and my Topping combo and the J. Kelly AP90. No issues with any of those, so yeah, not too bad at all. So technical performance, I actually thought was actually quite good, to be honest. It's because it's got, I think, decent BAs, and the DD seems quite competent, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, technical performance was good. So the actual timbre of these was actually not too bad at all. Again, typically the higher quality driver, the tonality from what I've experienced seems more natural. So if you use cheapo armatures, it sounds cheap. Is kind of a way, but Yeah, obviously I don't think you'd ever beat an all DD set, like a single DD set, but it's not too bad at all. So far so good really. So sound, because that's why we're here. Overlay the graph now so you can see what it looks like. So quite coherent, but anyway, bass is a really nice elevation. Like, it's not too much, but it's enough and has enough impact for your music to be alive. Again, these are not bass monsters, or they're not bass light. It's kind of like in the middle, and they do have that nice bleed into the lower mids to make it sound a little bit thicker. Quite not much to say really. And the DD they've used, the LCP, is good. Not much to say really. They really do the good solid low end. Obviously it depends on what your genre is of music you like, but I'm happy with how much bass they have. Some people may want more, some may want less, but obviously EQ is the way for you. And yeah, so into the mid-range. So I presume the Knowles armature, if it's 2 Knowles or one from another company, I don't know, but the mid-range is very transparent and very clean sounding. Obviously the bleed is minimal, so which I do like. Less bleed the better, but no bleed at all is thin. And yeah, mid-range is solid, it's very transparent really. And the gain, the upper mid-range gain is very gradual, which I do like. And yeah, sounds good, sounds fine, vocals sound good. I was quite happy with it. So treble, there the only real negative is it's a little bit forward, as you can see, just under the 3K. Now, I was actually quite fine with this. I was expecting more, to be more, not I'd say aggressive, but more noticeable or more harsh, or I was actually okay with it, but it is forward, so you have to bear that in mind. So if you got music that's got a lot of treble energy, you may notice it, or you may not. But apart from that, again, very good. I was quite happy with the treble. There's just quite a bit of it. But I think because the armature is in the shell or further into the shell, it doesn't sound like that. If the BA was in the nozzle, it'd sound a bit more harsh, but I was fine with it. It was very clear. Instrument separation as well was very good. Not a bad set really. There was a peak, you can see around 6-ish, but to be honest, I didn't notice that. And you can see like beyond 10K, the extension is good. Obviously you can't rely on these beyond 10K with these couplers, but it seems fine. It's quite a good set, very good extension set. Just bear in mind there's a bit of treble energy going on, which may or may not be tolerant to you, but I was actually okay with it, so not much to say really. And I'll probably end it there, keep it short. So do I recommend these? They are a little bit pricey. I think they're over £130 as of when I checked. But they seem to be quite tuned, quite good to be honest. Good overall set, good tuning, good build, good cable, and the actual case is good, but I think it's far too big. It should really, half the size is sufficient. It's useful if you want to carry multiple items at once, but just for one cable and one pair, it's far too big. And yeah, not much to say really. Good overall set. Probably slightly more aggressive than something like the Mega 5P High Senior, which is also a good set, but more expensive. But yeah, I'm quite happy with what they've done. They just need to make the case probably half the size and maybe extra tips or something. So it just comes with a basic set of tips, and that's it. But yeah, seems to be a good set. So if you want to know anything particular, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.